The foundation goal. The Erlang Ecosystem Foundation's goal is to grow and support a diverse community around the Erlang and Elixir ecosystem, encouraging the continued development of technologies and open source projects based on or around its runtime languages. And a key word here is diverse. It's diversity of individuals and also diversity of technology. We're not talking about Elixir or Erlang. It's about all the programming languages that run on the Erlang virtual machine. And even when we talk about the Erlang virtual machine today, we all think about the Beam, right? Which is the runtime that we all love and use. But maybe in the future, there are a couple things that we want to do. There are a couple objectives. So we want to help coordinate efforts between languages to provide user better support, tooling, and environment. We want to support and fund initiatives by the community and working groups. We want to expand the ecosystem through training, marketing, case studies. And we want to complement Ericsson and other stakeholders on evolving projects that are vital to the community, such as the Erlang virtual machine being that we were just talking about, or the programming languages that we all use and so on. All right, so for the rest of the presentation, there's like some terminology that I need to catch all of us up on. So I want to talk a little bit about the key actors and about this terminology, and then I'm going to talk about the working groups, and I'm going to hand off the microphone to Per. Okay, so what are the key actors, right? So let's build a shared vocabulary. So members, you. So the members of the foundation, it's everybody that is here, it's human beings, right? So the important point I want to make here is that only human beings can participate in the foundation as members, no institutions, no companies, because exactly we want to focus on the community, we want to focus on us. And one of the things that we are responsible to do, like we can contribute, we can do a bunch of things, but we are responsible to dictate the future of the foundation, and one of the many ways that we do that is exactly by voting on the board of directors. The board of directors, they are the ones, it's a group of people that is responsible for the day-to-day aspects of the foundation, like legal stuff, handling the finances. And one of the things that the board of directors, they are also responsible to do is to approve and support the working groups. The working groups is actually where the magic happens, where the work happens. So if we as a community, we think like, oh, we need to improve the tooling, right? We can create a working group where we're going to discuss about this stuff. Or maybe we want to have a place where we can all talk about security and talk about security practices and improve the standards for the community. We can have a working group for that. We can have a working group for documentation. So if we think there's something that is important that we can get behind, we can get together and discuss, we can propose that as a working group and start working on it together. So the working group, it's the one effectively acting on the foundation goals. And finally, we have the sponsors. Sponsors help make everything tick by donating to the foundation, okay? So they're mostly represented by companies, and the idea here is that something like, $10,000 is per year is not a lot of money for many of the companies running Erlang and Elixir and the other technologies in production. But for the foundation, it can really help sponsors all those initiatives, projects that we see happening all the time in the community, here at the event, and so on. So sponsors, as I said, they are companies, and they fund the community and the working groups through the foundation.